Oh, let's talk about orientation and all the activities they have planned. I am all for activities. A plus. I'm all for it. But after, getting off a plane and then because there was an activity like at 9 in the morning and we got back at 3 and hadn't even got situated yet. So they were like, oh, there's an activity. I'm like, come on now. It's 3 in the morning. You want me to wake up at 9 and I have not been situated, cleaned, or anything. I don't think I'll be going to that because I'm going to be tired. And it sucks because one person came in today and they had to go to the mandatory orientation, which I feel as if study abroad students didn't need to go to because it was mostly directed towards first time students who who was a freshman. And I'm not a freshman, and I heard everything before, so I just thought that that was highly unnecessary for me and the study abroad students to go and attend the event. And I'm not saying that there it was poor planning. It was just they didn't think about study abroad students who are not freshmen. It's snow, and then even if you are freshmen, you studied in St. Louis before coming to Thailand because you know unless that happened before where they just directly go to Thailand their first semester is for freshman year it's just weird because it's weird you have to sign up back at home, do the shenanigans, all this paperwork at home. So I didn't think that was necessary because we already knew what was going on because we had the orientation freshman year. Me freshman year, we already had this talk before what we should or should not do, the handbook and all this stuff. And yes, we're in a different country, and they should talk about it, the different country aspect, but they refer to the one in St. Louis. So I'm like, well, then I already know it. So it's just like, well, what are we doing if it's not directly mentioned in the handbook in Thailand? Like, what do we need to avoid and all this in Thailand? Then I just didn't think it was necessary. But they did, for study abroad students, have a specific area for when they ask us about what do we want to know about Thai, which was good, which is fine, and which is the only thing that we should attend at the orientation part 1 at the Sheraton. And then after lunch, we went to Webster University Thailand, and again they went through a process that we didn't need to go through. They talked about the visa, and what else did they talk about? It was mostly talking about the visa. Oh, and the bus schedule, which I needed to hear the bus schedule. But the visa we already knew about when Kimberly was telling us about the visa. So I was just like, I don't need to sit for this because I already got my educational visa. I know what I need to do to get it renewed. Why am I here? And it's not like it's good to hear the information again, but when you already heard it a million times before leaving, it's just that it's ingrained in my head. I know what I need to do to renew my visa, and the only part that they should mention for study abroad students is that if you're not going to travel out, then they will help you renew it. That's about it. But they spend a long period of time on it because of first time travelers, not first time travelers. I bet they traveled before, but first time students here who did not get the educational visa. So, and not all of them, not all first time students didn't have an educational visa. They did, but they, some else was different with theirs, I guess, compared to ours. I don't know. But everything I could have gave that lecture in like, 10 minutes for the visa. It was like, you're going to have to renew it. They said it would be 60 baht. Apparently, you don't have to pay for it here. Then that if you want to renew it without paying for anything or having to go up to the immigration office, just leave the country, come back, boom, another 90 days. That's all you gotta do. But some people probably didn't get it and they need it in detail, which that's down there. That's how they remember stuff. So, oh well, it's just that I found it unnecessary for study abroad students.